Another movie I saw Wednesday night is another thriller with a very simple premise that works extremely well. And this one stars Jude Law. And it's called Black Sea. So Black Sea stars Jude Law, and his character is this submarine captain that gets fired from his job. Not knowing what to do with his life, he catches wind from his friend that there's a German U-boat at the bottom of the Black Sea. And apparently this U-boat was carrying a massive ton of gold. Because apparently the Russians were paying off the Germans, but because Hitler never got the gold, that's why Hitler invaded Russia in this plot. To make a long story short, Jude Law comprises a crew of half Russians and half Britons, and they go out in search of this vessel to get the gold. There's only one single problem. What happens when one of these crew members realizes, hey, my share of the gold is a lot bigger once I kill another person in the crew? And so then it becomes a movie of paranoia, greed, and this psychological thriller as everyone is trapped inside the small confines of a submarine at the bottom of the Black Sea. Again, this is a very simple premise, and in a way it reminds me of The Thing, because you can't really trust who's gonna turn on who, and there's this tension between two groups of people the entire movie, and there's just an explosion waiting to happen, basically. Now this one is more action-packed and exciting than 71, but in a different way, and it feels a little bit more like the thriller rather than a drama thriller like 71 was. Jude Law is excellent in this film, as with almost everyone else in the crew. There really wasn't a bad actor in this film. Unlike most thrillers, this is a very character-driven story, and I love that. Now, there's obviously better submarine-type movies out there, but this is a very good film, and I'd highly recommend it. Now, unlike 71, and I can't help but compare the two because they're both British movies, I believe, and I saw them both the same day, so it's a little hard to not compare the two. But just like 71, there is a little bit more backstory at the beginning, but unlike 71, where you don't really get glimpses or flashbacks or reminders that this main character has a child, in Black Sea you get these little reminders and flashbacks of his wife and his son, which his wife divorced, and so he's all alone. And so you get little flashbacks throughout the movie, but it's never done to the point where it's annoying and feels like the film's holding your hand throughout the whole dramatic experience. There is some moments throughout the film where I felt, would this character really do this? And I questioned the motives of some of the characters, but ultimately I guess it could get chalked up to just people going mad, because it seems like they are going mad in this U-boat. And some of it's subtle, some of it isn't. So yet again, another thriller with a simple premise that is executed extremely well, and it's a little bit more mainstream than 71. So I'm going to have to give Black Sea another 4.5. So, have you seen Black Sea? What did you think about it? If not, what is your favorite submarine movie? I don't really know if I have one, because I think I've only seen two. I haven't seen any of the big classics. I think the only ones I've seen is U-571 and Black Sea. So I think I'll have to say Black Sea a little bit because it reminds me a little bit of The Thing for some reason. So as always, this is Bruce Gifford, and this was Just My Opinion.